Good evening, my Spockles, and welcome to another Post-Narrated Wi-Fi battle. I had a lot of great matches this weekend, and one of which is against Frank, which is also known as Mega Sabledude on YouTube. I'll leave a link to his channel or to his account in the description below. But yeah, he asked me for a battle, and of course I want to oblige, so yeah, that's what we do as PokeTubers. We battle people and then we record it, so... So this is the first time I'm doing this narration with a camera, so that's gonna be weird, but that's gonna be fine. We'll try to make the best out of it, so try not to be too distracted by my beautiful face and try to keep an eye on the battle as well. So speaking of which, let's just get to the team preview. Basically I'm using the same team like in the previous video because it was one weekend and I had several matches with the same team. So a quick note is that I'm using Smeargle, Arcanine, Crawdon, Gastrodon, Escavalier and Gardevoir. So I'm forming the same defensive core between Arcanine and Gastrodon, while Smeargle is there to set up Stealth Rock, Sticky Web, and maybe some Parting Shot to allow some switch initiatives. And yeah, then we have the three sweepers in Crawdon, Escavalier, and Gardevoir, and that's about it. So looking at my opponent's team, he's using his signature Pokemon, I'm gonna assume, because his YouTube name is Mega Sabledude. So he's bringing the Sableye, Nidoking, Salamence, Snorlax, Bronzong, and what's this? I forget his name. Absol, yes, I'm very sorry about that. Absol. So he has, especially the Nidoking is always very threatening. Earth Power can KO my Akamaru, and the Sludge Wave is always very dangerous against Gardevoir and even Gastrodon. So I have to look out for that one. Other than that, Salamence can be a revenge sweeper, but and of course I have to be careful with my hazards with the Absol, because it might be a Mega Absol and then I won't be able to do anything with my Schmear. So let's just get this show on the road. I'll press the button right here and we'll get this on. I'm excited, yes. So let me know if you guys like it the way that I'm doing it right now. It's like with me in the screen, if you like it or not, you know, it depends. Maybe I'm just too handsome, might be. Let's see. So I lead off with Smeargle, but he leads off with the Absol. So immediately I think, yeah, okay, I can't go for any hazards. But I was very curious what would happen if I would go Parting Shot on something with Magic Bounce. Because usually Parting Shot lowers the attack and special attack of the opponent and then I switch out. But now with the Magic Bounce, apparently it lowers my attack and my special attack and the Absol goes away. So I really wanted to test it out, so that was fun. You know, you just have to find out what is possible. And the Nidoking comes in, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna try and set up now because he's gonna switch in the forecast again. So what I want to do is I want to go for the Parting Shot again, just for the heck of it. You know, it's just fun to see people switching their Pokemon and then switch them back out, and basically that's all it can do. So right now he's switching back out again. I'm at -2 attack and -2 special attack, which doesn't really matter because I don't even have an attack move. So here I finally go for the final Parting Shot, and he decides not to switch out. So this Bronzong, I could have spored it, but you know, the risk was too great. I didn't want to risk it, and now I can just switch in a Escavalier. And he goes to the Toxic, but that doesn't affect me because I'm a Steel type. And this is Choice Band Escavalier, and I just figured let's knock off. Let's go for a knockoff somewhere. So that's what I'm gonna do. He's gonna switch in the Salamence with the Intimidate, and the knockoff is doing just about half, and that is after an Intimidate, so that is Choice Band Escavalier, which is threatening. But I do fear the Fire Blast, so what I want to do is I want to switch here Akamaru. Because of the Intimidate, I can basically take Dragon Claws, Outrages, and even an Earthquake at -1, while he goes here for the Fire Blast, and the Choice Scarf is gone, so he can switch now. And now this is catching me off guard. I really figured he would be physical, But I just went for the Flare Blitz here because I figured he wants to switch out because of the Intimidate drop, but he instead goes for the Hydro Pump. But the Hydro Pump misses, so I was completely off guard. Did not expect that at all, but this miss is gonna matter in the long run because Akamaru is going to prove to be a very valuable asset to my team. So that was a miss that really mattered. So sorry. But then again, it is Hydro Pump. It's like with Focus. I just had a match where I missed Focus Blast 4 times in a row against the Skarmory with a +2. Like that was just horrible. So yeah, he switches in the Snorlax, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna outspeed in any case, so I'm gonna burn this Snorlax, so it won't do anything. It won't do that much. it might carry the rest or something, but you know, it's a turn wasted. I mean, he has to waste a turn to go for rest and all that. So for now, the Snorlax is burned, so that's great. So he goes for the Earthquake, and that didn't do anything. So I switch out here, hoping to take the Earthquake because I am Bug, which makes it neutral, and I'm with the burn and all that, that's good. But I switch into a Escavalier, but he switches out himself, and here I make a prediction thinking that he's gonna expect me to switch again. But I decided just to go for the Drill Run, and luckily I predicted nicely, and he went for the Earth Power, which I easily live. And I finished off the Nidoking with the Drill Run, which was awesome. So that was a great play on my behalf. Sorry, I have to say it. It was a prediction. So, but in comes the Sableye, and I do fear the burn on this Choice Banded monster. So I want to switch out and switch back into Akamaru. With the Intimidate, I can take the Will-O-Wisp. Sadly, I am not Flash Fire, but Intimidate is so much more useful, as you have seen probably in all my videos already. Intimidate Akamaru, Intimidate Arcanine is awesome. So, but he goes for the Confuse Ray. So it's not a Swagger play because I think it's because Swagger is like kind of bad now in the Smogon metagame. So instead he goes for the Confuse Ray, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know, forget Confusion. It's okay, we'll break through it and just try to pressure him because I need one turn to safely switch in my Crawdont. Expecting his Recover or something like that. I don't want to switch in my Crawdon into a Confuse Ray. I don't want to take a Nightshade or a Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp would be horrible, but with the Choice Band adaptability, I should be able to outspeed with the speed investment that I have. So an Aqua Jet would easily take care of the Sableye. But as you can see here, he's wearing down my Akamaru pretty nicely. So I'm thinking, yeah, here I need to heal up a little bit. So I'm confused, and I break through Confusion to get the Morning Sun off. So like I said, Akamaru is really showing its worth here. Now it's for a good reason. That's my favorite Pokemon, so that's great. And yeah, he's just going for the Nightshades, which does like 50 damage every time. But as you can see, I'm almost close to 200, so that's not even a 4-hit KO with the Leftovers recovery. So that's awesome. So I can just keep on pressuring this Sableye, hoping that at some point I can get him to go for the Recover and just switch back in and just, you know, get damage on this Sableye. Look at that, the Flare Blitz is doing a decent amount of damage, and he goes for the Nightshade again. And yeah, at this point, he can either go for the Nightshade. I am broken out of Confusion. He can either go for the Nightshade or for the Confuse Ray or even the Recover. In any case, this is a free turn for me to set up my Morning Sun, because I do really need my health back. So he's gonna go for the Confuse Ray instead of the Recover this time, and that allows me to burn the Sableye. I totally forgot. I didn't go for the Morning Sun right here. I burned him first to get the residual damage off, and I get some Leftovers recovery. And at this point, Nightshade would be a KO, but if he goes to the Nightshade, I do outspeed, so I can get a Morning Sun off beforehand. But I decided to switch out instead, because here I figured he would finally go for the Recover because it was a very low health. So, but he goes for the Nightshade again. He really wanted to finish off my Akamaru, but yeah, it goes on the Crawdon, which can take a couple of them, take at least 3 of them. So here I can just go for a priority Aqua Jet, and because I outspeed, it will beat this Prankster, and that will be the end of Sableye. So it was kind of iffy, like I didn't know why he didn't go for the recover. Maybe he doesn't have it or something, I don't know, but yeah, that didn't work out. So I can't finish this Absol off with a Choice Banded Aqua Jet, so I switch back into Akamaru, just because the Intimidate drop is very useful, and he wants to go for the Play Rough, of course, to one-hit KO the Crawdon, so I resist that, and look at that, Akamaru is really pulling through, and at this point, I just wanted to go for a Morning Sun again. Well, he goes for the Swords Dance, putting him at +1 instead of +2, so even, so after this Morning Sun, I can pretty much live a Sucker Punch. So that's great, especially with the leftovers recovery still. So it's looking great, and Akamaru is really pulling through. That's why it's my mascot. That's why I love him so much, you know. And look at this majestic beast. He's taking the Sucker Punch like a boss, and I can retaliate with a Flare Blitz. And looking at that damage, look at that. It barely lives. And I get the recoil damage, but now I can just go for the extreme speed, outspeeding the Sucker Punch because it's a higher priority, and finishing off the Mega Absol. So that's great, and it's nice. So Akamaru is getting some kills, and that's what he deserves. He's putting in great work. And I get some leftovers recovery, and he's gonna switch in the Snorlax again. And yeah, I just decide to heal up once more because I need him maybe afterwards or just for another switch in. And because the Snorlax is burned, he won't be able to do anything for now. So he's gonna go for the Power Up Punch. And to me that means, yeah, okay, I can't allow him to set up too much. He will resist my fire move because of the Thick Fat, and extreme speed is not gonna do anything, so I need to switch out here. And I expected him to go for a second Power Up Punch, but I have a Pokemon that quad resists it, and that is my Gardevoir, which is Psychic Fairy type, and they quad resist the Power Up Punch. So yeah, that's great. I traced the Thick Fat, so even if it would have like the Ice Punch or anything like that, that doesn't really matter. But that in principle it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna Mega Evolve in the following turn. I don't want to go ahead of me, of course, but yeah, that's happening. So I'm Mega Evolving, and I want to go for the Focus Blast, just getting a nice amount of damage off on this Snorlax. I know it has a very large special defense, but I have a very high special offense, and this is super effective. So looking at that, it's almost taking him out. Almost to the point where the burn will take care of him. And even so, with the burn, the +2 did matter with the Body Slam, did a lot of damage, but I don't get the paralysis, so that's great, meaning that my sweeper is still alive. But I am gonna save her for later on, so I'm gonna switch out into Escavalier because oh no, this is the final Pokemon, by the way, so I'm gonna switch out into Escavalier just to get the knockoff on the super effective thing. So he's gonna go for Gyro Ball, but he outspeeds my Escavalier, so that's not going to do anything. And look at that, this is Choice Band knockoff, but Bronzong was behind the Reflect, so that halved the damage. So if the Reflect wouldn't have been there, that would have been a solid 2-hit KO. But it doesn't really matter in the end, because here the Gyro Ball even gets a crit and it does nothing. So I'm satisfied with it being a 3-hit KO. If the Reflect wouldn't have been up, it would have been a 2-hit KO. So but yeah, who cares? Escavalier getting the kill, so that's nice. I got to use pretty much every Pokemon on my team, but yeah, it's fun to showcase them. So a good game, Mega Sabledude. Thank you very much. I hope we get the rematch soon. I did win 6-0. But that, I think it was because of the Hydro Pump miss, so that was really sad. But don't get too much. Don't bother too much. I really hope we can have the rematch soon. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, sub to my channel, promote my channel. I don't know, follow me on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. And until then, my name was Spockles, and peace out.